Rachel, you were face to face with your father, and what was that like for you? Because this is a man that you believe killed your mom.
It was this entire experience it is a relief, but it's bittersweet. This was a man that masqueraded as a loving father, and before my mother was murdered, we loved our father and cared about him, and it was horrific to learn who he is and that he's been under the guise of a Sunday school teacher and masquerading as a caring father, and all of that are ways that he's deceived people, and that he's a murderer and he's a threat.
Martin McNeil actually called 911 when he says he found his wife in the bathtub. Listen to this incredibly dramatic conversation with the 911 operator.
Okay, your wife is unconscious?
She is unconscious. She's underwater.
Okay, did you get her out of the water?
I can't. I just let the water out. She's all in progress.
She's under the water?
She's out of the water now. We're bringing the ambulance.
Okay, is she breathing at all?
She is not.
Rachel was just talking about how obviously you both loved both of your parents. Alexis, you in fact became a doctor yourself, in part because your dad was a doctor, and I know that you idolized and adored him until all of this happened. What made you suspect that your father was trying to kill your mother?
My mother told me. I was helping her wash her hair, and she said, "Alexis, if anything happens to me, make sure it wasn't your father." She had suspected an affair.
Did that come out of the blue, though? I mean, when I can't even imagine that conversation.
No, I mean, it was horrifying. I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it, but it happened. It was just a couple days later that she was murdered.
And Rachel, you said that there were a series of lies. Your father spent time in prison for fraud unrelated to this. I mean, as it turns out, authorities believe that he lied on his college transcripts to get into medical school, and much of his life was built on a web of lies. Do you feel you lost your mom, you lost your father, or the man you thought was your father? It's like having your entire life erased and the rug pulled out from under you.
That's exactly what it is. It's his entire life is a lie, and ours, up until then, reasons why we've moved or done different things were based on those lies. And every memory I have is now that I realize who my father is, every memory's tainted, and he's taken everything from us. He's taken our memories of wonderful times as a family, things that we cherished, and those are destroyed now. We know that was him acting. So
the father we knew and loved never really existed, and it's been horrifying to realize that.
What was the reaction? Did you feel anything from him when you looked at him? Did he look you in the eye, or do you feel like he was avoiding your gaze today?
He was avoiding our gaze, but he did for a split moment. And yes, I mean, it's hard because that's the same face. That's the face that we've known as our father, but we know what he's done. We know what his plan was, and so many people have come forward, and my father's been very much actively been a criminal since before I was born. So, I mean, we know who he is now.
He did look at us, and we were holding each of us a picture of our mother, and we made sure that he saw that, because he took her away from us. He took the woman we loved. That was our life, and he destroyed our family.